You clicked because you've heard refereeing controversy about 50 times already this tournament. This isn't 50. This is 4 decisions from 4 different games that all come down to 2 words hiding inside the official rulebook. Stick around because once you know those 2 words, you'll never watch a VAR review the same way again. Knockout high voltage match. The USA up 1-0 against Bosnia and Herzegovina, cruising. 64th minute, Folarin Balogun goes down after a challenge. The referee is sent to the screen and comes back out holding red. USA's own broadcast analyst went on air afterward and basically said the referee got it wrong. Here's the thing, that's not a one-off. That's the 4th time this tournament a referee's call has come down to 2 words hiding inside the official rulebook. Stick around, because once you know those 2 words, you'll never watch a VAR review the same way again. Quick rules check. None of this makes sense without it. On the pitch, one person has the final word. Not the players, not the bench, the referee. Everyone else, the 2 assistant referees on the sidelines, the 4th official, the VAR team sitting in a video room somewhere else in the stadium, they're only there to help. The centre referee still makes the call. Here's a fact most fans don't know. FIFA doesn't even write these rules. A separate board called IFAB does founded in 1886, older than FIFA itself. FIFA runs the tournament. IFAB writes the law. Now VAR. It doesn't get to check everything. Only 4 things. Goals, penalties, straight red cards, mistaken identity. Nothing else gets a second look. And here's the part. Almost nobody explains the 2 words from the hook. Clear and obvious. Not every VAR review works the same way. For factual calls, was the ball out of play? Was he offside? VAR fixes any mistake it finds, no matter how small. But for judgment calls, was that a foul? Was that a red card? The referee's original decision only gets overturned if it's a clear and obvious error. Deliberately high bar. On purpose. That's exactly why a marginal shove on a goalkeeper can wipe a goal off the board. Why a penalty shout gets waved off and stays waved off. And as you're about to see, why a referee can walk over to the screen himself and still get second-guessed by the people who explain this stuff for a living. Every controversy in this video comes down to whether that bar got cleared or didn't. Let's go back to where we started. 64th minute. USA up 1-0. Folarin Balogun and Bosnian centre-back Tarik Muharemovic are both competing for a loose ball. Muharemovic goes down. As Balogun's falling, his foot lands on the defender's ankle. Referee Rafael Klaus doesn't rule on it himself first. He's called to the pitch side monitor. That part is actually the system working exactly as designed. A straight red is one of the 4 things VAR is allowed to review. He watches it back. He points to the sideline. Red card. Balogun's night is over, and if the USA advance, so is his next match. Suspension included. Here's where it gets messy. This wasn't some anonymous fan account complaining online. This was Fox's own referee analyst, Mark Clattenburg, a former World Cup referee himself, going on the broadcast and saying, "I don't believe it's a good use of VAR. When you watch it in real time, you don't see the ankle twist, and it's just that accident. As Balogun puts his foot down, he catches underneath his opponent's foot. This is just an accident. It happens. You can see he's upset by it. This doesn't meet, for me, the criteria of a red card, and it certainly is going to change the course of the game." Read that again. A red card reviewed on the screen by the referee himself, and a leading expert says it's still never clear and obvious. That's not VAR missing something. That's VAR doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and the judgment call at the end of it still splitting the room. And the USA aren't the only team that walked away from a review wondering what just happened. Extra time, the 30 extra minutes played when a knockout match is still tied after 90. A corner swings into the box. The ball ends up in the net. Then everything stops. VAR steps in. The goal is wiped. Not for a shove. Not for an obvious foul. For contact so fine, even slow-motion replay leaves people arguing about what they just saw. That's the factual side of the rulebook. At work, any contact found gets flagged. No clear and obvious bar required. Technically, correctly applied. Try telling that to a fan base that just watched their World Cup end over a touch. You need 6 replays to notice. Germany's bench erupts. Their manager doesn't hide his frustration afterward. That goal would have sent them through. Instead, penalties. And Germany go home. One day earlier. A different country. A different kind of controversy. 43rd minute. England still chasing an equaliser, down 1-0 since the 7th minute. Harry Kane bursts into the box. Contact with the goalkeeper. He goes down. The referee waves it away. No penalty. VAR checks the replay and stays silent. The call stands. This time, it's a judgment call. And judgment calls need clear and obvious. VAR didn't see it, so nothing changes. One side sees a stonewall foul. The other sees a striker hunting for contact. Even the experts split down the middle, same as Balogun. Same argument, opposite outcome. England go on to win 2-1, but the debate doesn't end with the final whistle. Then, the game that had everything. Senegal are cruising, 2-0 up by the 51st minute, completely in control. Then it flips. Belgium pull one back, then level it. 2-2. Extra time. The match is seconds from penalties, and then VAR steps in one more time. 120th minute. A penalty is given. Belgium score. Game over. A World Cup knockout match, decided by a review in the final seconds of extra time. One review, one decision. An entire result changes. 4 games, 4 countries. Same 2 words deciding all of them. USA a red card upheld on review that a top analyst says never should have been shown. Germany a goal wiped by a review most fans never even saw coming. England a penalty shout VAR wouldn't touch. Belgium a review in the 120th minute that ended a match outright. Factual mistakes get fixed instantly. Judgment calls only get overturned if they clear a bar most fans don't even know exists, and sometimes even clearing that bar is up for debate. But there's a version of this problem we haven't touched yet. What happens when VAR shows up in a penalty shootout when the review isn't deciding a goal anymore? It's deciding who goes home, kick by kick. That's the next video, and once you see it, you'll understand why the shootout might be the messiest use of VAR in the entire tournament.